Find a comfortable seat here on your mat. Close your eyes. And then for these first few moments, just shift around in your seat. Eventually settling into a more static pose. And let the breath be where the main movement is in and out of the body. So starting that Ujjayi breath if you haven't already. So you're drawing the breath in using the muscles at the back of your throat. Filling yourself up all the way to that top. Allowing for a pause at the top and then that long, slow exhale to empty yourself back out. And allowing for that pause at the bottom of your exhale. Let's take a moment here, tuning into the physical body. So notice what you've brought with you this morning. Maybe your body feels enlivened, excited, full of life and energy. Perhaps you feel a little bit drab or heavy. And you're just observing here, so you're not judging it, you're just simply observing, getting curious about what you're currently experiencing. And as you do this little search throughout your body, noticing what's present, pick a spot that you want to focus your practice on today. And it could be a broader spot such as your core. It could be a very specific spot like your right shoulder. So selecting a spot, location, you want to focus your practice on. And this spot you're going to work with in every single movement, every single transition. Once you've selected that spot, start to breathe into that area. And you can even place your hand on that area so that you have a little physical reminder of where to direct your breath. Your next inhale, draw in a deeper breath than you've taken all morning. And at the top, hold full. Really feeling into that area with your breath. Then as you're ready, exhale slowly and long out the mouth, all the way to empty. Do that much a few more times. Huge breath in, fill your spots, and then let that extend outward to the rest of your body, up with breath. Once you're full, hold. You're going to play around with your hold here, holding it as long as you comfortably can. Once you hit that threshold, exhale out the mouth, all the way to empty. Do that twice more at your own pace, focusing in on your area. Once you've completed that final round, rest your hands in your lap. Slowly opening your eyes, we're going to come into a Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet pressed together. Take the left hand onto the left thigh bone. Actually, we're going to take both hands on the left thigh bone. And you're going to draw the thigh bone. So from the bottom hand, you're going to pull up. From the top hand, you're going to push down. And then pull out. So you're creating a little more space around that thigh and hip joint. Then press the leg back down. Left hand stays on the thigh. Press the thigh down and away. Start to breathe all the way down into this hip bone. Creating some space in the groin and the hip. If you want to add a twist, you can start to turn your torso towards that right thigh, leaning closer towards the earth. Take about just 3 more breaths here. Inhale to ease your way back upright. And we'll switch to the second side. So grabbing hold of that left thigh. Right thigh. Right hand on top, left hand on bottom. Draw the left thigh, wrapping around. So pull the top hand up, bottom hand down. Then place the thigh back on the ground. Right hand presses into the top of the thigh. Left hand helps prop you. And then just start to press away. You might get a nice little side body stretch here as well. Breathe down into that hip flexor, the groin. And maybe you like that twist so you can start to turn towards the left thigh, leaning closer to the ground. Inhale, come back up to center. Fingertips back behind you. We're going to do 3 rounds of Uddiyana Bandha. So take a huge breath in. Lift up to the heart. As you're ready, exhale out the mouth, come forward. Hold empty. Draw navel into spine, hollowing out the belly. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals. You're going to go at your own pace here. Walk your way back up. Fingertips back behind you. Lift up to the chest. Open up. Keep that huge breath flowing in. When you're full, hold. And then as you're ready, Uddiyana Bandha, exhaling out the mouth. Folding forward. Pull the belly in and up so you're emptying out, concaving through the core. Holding as long as you comfortably can, maybe a little bit past that comfort zone. And then come back up, do it once more at your own pace. This time when you've completed Uddiyana Bandha, stay forward. Allow gravity to slowly and lovingly draw you deeper into this pose. Soften through the shoulders, relax through the jaw. Bring that breath all the way back to the kidneys. Let that wrap around through the groin and the hips. I'm going to take just a few more moments here. And as you stay here a little bit longer, just notice how with time you can ease deeper into the pose. You're not pushing deeper, but you can relax more into the pose. Inhale, walk your way back up, supporting yourself with your arms. And place your hands to outer thighs, help guide the thighs back together. Cross your ankles, rock forward, coming onto hands and knees. We're just gonna roll through some cat-cows here. So inhaling, scooping the chest forward and up. Exhaling to round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lift, open through the chest and belly. Now, you can keep with this basic cat-cow rhythm or start to tack on what feels good to your body. Maybe it's all the way back through a child's pose, crawling through for an up dog, cobra. Maybe it's some hip circles here. We have about 5 more breaths. There's really no right way, no wrong way to move. It's just feeling and experiencing through your body. Getting really curious, really in tune with what's happening for you in this moment. And over the next 2 or so breaths, press your way back to your first downward facing dog practice. So really spreading the fingers, pressing into the earth with the hands, curl toes under, hips extend up to the sky for downward facing dog. Once you arrive, once you've established that structure of the pose, then check in with your spot. So you're tapping into sensation, tapping into what's going on with your spot today. And then weave that strong, intentional breath into your pose. So you're really starting to tune in using your breath for support. We'll take about 3 more breaths here. Moving, shifting, or even finding that stable pose. I don't know why I counted 4 of you. I'll be right back. And then slowly lower your way down to your knees. We're going to set up for our first dolphin of our practice. So this is like a pre-dolphin pose. So we're going to come down onto the forearms. You're welcome to clasp your hands here if you'd like, or forearms are parallel to one another, elbows directly under shoulders. On your inhale, lift up in between the shoulders. Exhale, curl your toes under, hips extend up to the sky. Keep that engagement through the chest, but then press the chest back towards the shins. Starting to feel that lengthening out of the spine. So we're only going to hang out here for 5 breaths. Really make each and every one of these breaths intentional and count. One more breath, hips extend up, head relaxes down. Exhale, slowly lower down to your knees, child's pose, embryo, or puppy. Giving yourself this opportunity to rest, this opportunity to surrender to the earth. Once again, tune into that spot you selected for practice. And wash some of the energy from down dog and dolphin in that area. And now slowly roll your way back up. We're going to come all the way down onto the back with your prop in a reachable position. Starting out with the basic elbow to knee, stack your knees over your hips. Interlace your hands back behind your head. Knees are bent, feet closer to the ground than your knees. Take a deep breath, wash it through the back body. On exhale, lift head and shoulders up, and then relax your head into your hands. So you've got a nice little hammock for your head and neck. Huge breath, press the back body into the earth. Hold that breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Right leg goes forward, 45-degree angle. Pull belly down. Inhale, bend both knees, coming back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach forward to that left leg. Pull belly down. Yes, beautiful. Inhale, both knees bend, come back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach forward through the right foot. Spread your toes wide. Pull belly down. Inhale, back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach strongly to that left foot. Draw belly down. Nice. Inhale, back through center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left side. Reach forward through the right foot. Pull belly down. This time, turn the toes outward slightly. Draw the sit bones in, tuck a little more. Inhale, bend both knees back to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Press through that left foot. Pull belly down. Turn toes outward. Draw sit bone in. Tuck a little more. Yep. Inhale, back through center. We'll do one more round here. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Reach forward through that right foot. Pull belly down. Turn toes outward. Draw sit bone in. Tuck a little more. Back through center. Deep breath in. Hold that breath. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, elbows towards the right thigh. Reach through that left foot. Pull belly down. Turn toes out. Draw sit bone in. Tuck a little more. Yep. Inhale, back to center. Lower your feet all the way down to the earth. Take hold of your block. Place it in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone, middle width. If you have a rolled up mat, use that. I'm gonna bring the rolled up mats. Promise, I keep saying it. They're just sitting in my basement, it's ridiculous. All right, float your legs directly up to the sky, and then check in with your body here. So if this is pulling on your hamstrings, or you feel this tight in your low back, bend your knees. Take that pressure out. You can even take a 90-degree angle with the knees and flex your feet so you've got even more activation through the legs. Yes, perfect. All right, interlace your hands behind your head. Take a huge breath in. Hold the breath, curl tailbone up, squeeze your prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze your prop a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a second time, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. One more round of this type. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift, squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders, moving in to gate opener. Take a deep breath in. Hold that breath, tuck tailbone, squeeze the prop. Exhale, head and shoulders lift, squeeze a little more, and then place your hand on your prop, straddle the legs. Exhale, curl tailbone, reach out through inner thighs, pull belly down. You can do this with the knees bent. Inhale, bring legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, tuck tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift, shoulder blades lift, squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, tuck tailbone, reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift, squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone up, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Shoulder blades lift, squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to that prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out strongly through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together and release. Set your prop aside. You know, if you guys don't sit like that, have to do more, so we're good. You guys completed your core work. All right, walk your feet about mat width apart. Arms. Be more dramatic. Arms come out by your sides. On your exhale, lower the knees to one side. Inhale, back through center. Just get this rhythm of this butterfly in a rock or windshield wiper legs. Releasing through the hips, a little bit through the core and the back body as well. Make sure your block is still reachable. I'm going to set up for a bridge pose. We will use that block at some point in this pose. So knees stack over your heels, feet are about hip width apart. You can also graze down, or reach down rather, and graze the back of your heels to establish that distance. Press into the earth with your feet. Inhale, peel the spine away from the mat, lifting into bridge. Connect into that strong Ujjayi breath, supporting your pose. Yeah, awesome. Activate your feet by pressing into the earth, perhaps lifting the toes away if you want to do it true Forrest style. Really feel that energy all the way down through the legs. One of the reasons it's super important to activate the feet is because it helps protect the knee and ankle joints. So it's not just trying to make the pose more challenging, but actually adding benefit to those joints. 2 more breaths in this bridge. And then take hold of your block, place it tallest height under your hips. It can comfortably be placed. So for most of you, that will be its tallest height. For some of you, it will be the middle width, but pick a version that works best for your body today. All right, we're setting up for a quad stretch. So you're going to keep the left foot on the ground. If you feel a little unstable, you're going to walk the left foot slightly towards center to create a more stable leg to stand on. All right, reach down with the right hand. Find the right foot. So maybe you're grabbing the foot, maybe you're grabbing the ankle or the shin bone. Then you're going to walk that right foot back towards the right armpit. Now you have 2 options here. You can keep the toes untucked, so the heel is still reaching towards the ground. That's my favorite or preferred variation on this pose. Or you can tuck the toes so the top of your foot is pressing firmly into the earth. Drive the toes back as close as you can to the armpit. Whichever version you're in, you're going to draw that right knee down towards the ground and then hug it slightly towards the center line. If you do not feel the quad stretch, wave me over. Okay, lovely. Now breathe into that right quad and press into the earth with the left foot so you're not sinking the weight into the block. Now, if you're feeling pretty steady on your block and on that right leg, you can add a hip stretch where you lift the left foot above the ground. So you take the weight off that left side, cross the ankle in the hip crease. You can reach down with the right hand, grab hold of that left foot, draw the left knee down to the ground, and this can help increase that quad stretch and open through that left hip. We'll take 3 more breaths, either in just the quad stretch or adding that funky left hip stretch variation. I know Forrest has a name for it, but I can't remember it. If you have the foot in the funky variation, release. Bring both feet back, square under the hips. Lift up off the block. Take a moment to just reset at center line. And then we'll set up for the second side. So right foot stays rooted on the ground, stable as that base. Reach down with the left hand, find the left foot, calf, ankle, shin, whatever you can reach here. Start to draw the left heel closer in towards the armpit. Take the same variation you took on the other side. So if your toes are untucked, start to press the heel towards the ground. The top of your foot is pressing into the ground. Draw those toes as close to the armpit as you can. Left knee hugs towards center, and that will absolutely increase the stretch. And then draw that left knee down towards the ground, pointing it towards the earth. And that could be a very subtle shift, but it will increase that quad stretch. Breathe into the stretch and into the abdominals. If you liked that weird hip variation, you can really press into that left leg. Allow the weight to shift into the block. Pick up the right leg, cross the ankle over the thigh. Start to draw the knee forward and away. About 3 more breaths in either version. If you have the right leg crossed over, release. Bring both feet under the knees. Press down to the feet. Remove your block. We're going to take 3 more breaths in a basic bridge. Really pressing into the earth, lifting up to the hips. Exhale, tuck tailbone slowly. Release your spine to the earth. Once your hips touch, hang out here for a moment. Releasing the back body. You can always exhale out the mouth to release some tension. Yeah. And then make your way over to your left side. Press your way up to a seat. And come all the way forward to forearms and knees, setting up for our dolphin round 2. So forearms directly under the elbows, elbows, doesn't make any sense. Elbows directly underneath the shoulders, forearms parallel, or hands clasped. Spread across the back with the breath, engage as you lift away from the earth. Exhale, curl the toes under, hips reach up and back for dolphin. Weave in that strong, intentional breath, really lifting up away from the earth. Still pressing the chest towards your shins and lifting the hips to the sky. Make sure your head is hanging heavy, letting it rest towards the earth. On your next inhale, float that left leg up to the sky. Awesome. Spread your toes. Reach that leg long. All right, you can stay here, or you can play a little bit around with dorsal fin. So, staying here with that left leg lifted, both arms on the ground. Or add another element of excitement. Bring the right arm behind your back. See if you can find that left foot with the right hand. If you find it, kick your foot into your hand. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. If you have hold of the foot, Release without slingshotting. Bring both limbs back to the earth. Reset your dolphin, both forearms on the ground. Your next inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. Make sure your breath is still flowing here. That's your main indicator of depth, of intensity. Stay here or play with that dorsal fin. Reach the left arm behind your back, bend the right knee, find your foot. This is a balancing pose, so you may teeter and totter a bit, that's fine. If you can find that right foot, kick your foot into your hands. 3 more breaths. If you have hold of the foot, release slowly. Last 2 breaths in dolphin. Tiptoe your toes in as close to your elbows as you can. Lift up even higher through your hips. And then exhale, knees ease to the earth. Take that child's pose or puppy pose. Walk your hands over to the left. Press your hips and that right side body towards the right. Establishing this length and this stretch to the right side body. Bring your hands back to the center and all the way over to the other side. And then hands come back through center. Slowly ease up to hands and knees. Exhale back to downward. Take a deep breath in that down dog. Exhale out the mouth. Yeah, good. Again, like that huge breath in. Exhale to let it go. And take a deep breath into your spot. Wash some of that intensity through that spot. Exhale out the mouth, let it go. Inhale. Here, exhale. Walk your hands to the back of your mat so you arrive in this forward fold. Interlace your hands in opposite elbows. Just hang here. Letting gravity help lengthen out the spine, stretch into the hamstrings a little more. If this feels too intense, bend the knees. Release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it back in. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, spinal extension. Beautiful. Exhale, fold it in. Last one. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Exhale to fold it in. This time, roll your way all the way up to standing, stacking vertebrae, one over the other. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, center. Inhale, float the arms back up to the sky. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana, slow, controlled, rolling your way down. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Hold here strong at plank pose. So taking a moment, tap back into that core. Engage into the abdominals, awesome hips, same level as the shoulders. And then exhale, slowly lower chaturanga. Inhale, scoop the chest through cobra or up dog. Go shoulder blades back, exhale to your downward facing dog. 5 more breaths here. Getting intimately close to this down dog, this inversion. tune into your spot. So just notice as we've taken this pose a couple of times, how your body has shifted, what you're feeling here, and all without judgment, right? So you're just tuning in, experiencing the pose. Whatever's arising, it's fine. It's good. Few more breaths. Where can you soften? Deep breath in. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, spinal extension, that halfway lift. Exhale to fold it in. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reach overhead. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Inhale, re-extend, moving into some classical zones. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Knee can come down or stay lifted. Lift and open, telescoping the ribs. We're going to stay here for a few breaths, really lifting through the heart, shifting deeper into the stretch. Exhale, hands to the earth, step to plank pose. You can always skip the vinyasa and go direct into down dog. Otherwise, lower slowly, chaturanga. Scoop the chest through cobra or up dog. Exhale, ease back downward, facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge or low lunge. Open it up. Staying here for a few breaths. Lift through the chest. This can be a heart opener if it feels okay. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward folds. Drawing into the belly, come all the way upright, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Flowing here, inhale, re-extend. Exhale, dive, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Keep the inhale going, lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step to plank. Continue that flow, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale to down dog. Awesome, slow and controlled. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge or low lunge. That full breath to open it up. Gorgeous. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, plank. Flow through that vinyasa, moving with your breath. From downward facing dog, inhale, left foot forward, lunge. Keep the inhale flowing, open. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Plank through chaturanga. Keep that flow. Open the heart. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Full breath in, open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale to come all the way upright. Exhale, hands to the heart, close your eyes, mountain pose. Check in with that spot you selected. You're establishing that connection. Notice your breath. Slowly opening your eyes. Grab hold of your rolled up mat or block. Place it in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone. All right. Look down at your feet. Inner edges of your feet are parallel to one another, toes pointing forward. Tuck tailbone slightly, so instead of pressing the butt out, you're drawing the butt in, just slightly. Inhale, float the arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, lift tall. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach up and over to the right side of the room. Hips shift to the left. Keep equal weight through your feet here. Breathe into this left side body, still opening that left side of the chest, left shoulder. Now we have the option to stay here or release that right hand down, hand to hip, or arm reaches down alongside the leg. Keep squeezing your prop. Take 2 more breaths. Fire up the legs, hug the block. Inhale, rise all the way back upright. Reach a little bit taller. Make sure you have that slight tuck. Exhale, up and over towards the opposite side. Hips extending towards the windows. Creating this half moon shape through the torso. This crescent moon shape. You have that option to lower the left hand down, hand to hip, or arm reaching alongside the torso. I guess that would be the legs, not the torso at this point. Fire up the legs, hug the block. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands and arms back behind you. Hands onto hips, either thumbs pointing in or fingertips pointing down. Moving into a soft back bend. Inhale, lift up to the chest. Slight bend in the knees. Exhale, start to lean back. Draw shoulders towards one another on the back body. Draw shoulder blades towards one another. Draw elbows towards one another. Press down to the hands, lift up even more to the heart. With all of that lift and engagement, maybe you start to lean a little further back. Breathe into the chest, breathe into the belly. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. Keep pressing down through the hands so you create more space in the low spine. Hug around that block. Inhale, come all the way back up. Re-extend the arms. Exhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Really fire up the legs. Let the tailbone tuck under so your low back releases. Awesome. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Set your prop aside. Inhale, halfway lift, spinal extension. Exhale to fold it in. Take a few breaths hanging here, letting gravity traction out the spine. So this is the last forward fold we'll do for a minute. So really savoring this moment. Place your hands on the ground. Exhale, step back to your plank pose. Knees can come down for support. Exhale, lower chaturanga all the way down to the earth. We're going to start with a Sphinx pose. So bring the arms out in front of you, up onto the forearms here. Press down to the forearms, draw the chest forward. Now if you want a little more intensity, press the hand into the ground, lift away from the ground, pull the chest forward. Reach back to the toes. Two more huge breaths here, stretching through the belly, drawing your shoulder blades back. And exhale, lower all the way back down to the earth. Turn your head to the right. Arms can rest by your sides. We're going to take a few deep breaths here. Yeah, wonderful. Coming into Salivasana, so turn your head back to your mat. Arms are going to come down by your sides. On your inhale, lift the chest, head, arms, legs away from the mat. Everything except for your belly hovering above the earth. Perfect. Yes, reach back to the toes, lift up to the arms. Fill the breath. Shift into the back body instead of the front body. Exhale, lower. Turn your head to the opposite side. Facing that left side of the room. We'll take just a few breaths here, feeling into the earth. Turn your head back to the mat, hands next to your chest. You have the option to press up to hands and knees or press up to that reverse push-up. And we'll all make our way all the way back to downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, left leg lifts up towards the sky. Spread your toes, reach that leg long. So we're not going to be here for super long. So really dive into this pose full-heartedly. One more breath here. Maybe the leg lifts higher. Yes, nice, David. Exhale, step left foot through, crescent lunge. Back knee and heel stay lifted. Inhale, rise all the way up. Soften through the shoulders. So keeping this simple here. Chest lifts, fingertips point to the sky. Maybe you add a bit of a back bend if that feels okay. Establishing that strong, fluid breath into the front body. Lance Dodger, right hand behind your head, left arm behind your back. Press the forearm down so you're not pressing forward, but down, tractioning the spine once again. Inhale, lift the chest, then start to lean back. Breathe in to the heart, breathe into the belly. Two more breaths here. Fire up the legs, torso comes back upright. Re-extend the arms, exhale into a spinal twist. Either that prayer twist, hooking the right elbow over the left thigh, making a fist of the bottom hand, left hand presses in top, or just a basic twist, right hand to the ground or your block, left arm to the sky. Find the version that suits your body best. Fill this pose with breath. Unwind, place your hands back onto the earth. Step to plank pose. You have the choice to go directly to down dog or flow through that vinyasa. Basic chaturanga. Scooping the chest through cobra or up dog. Good. Exhale back to downward facing dog. You can always exhale through the mouth to release some tension. Good. Inhale, right leg floats to the sky. Just a few moments here, so really press into the earth, reach that leg long. Without momentum, step right foot through, crescent lunge. Back heel ankle and knee stay lifted. Rise up. Now you can always bring that back knee down if you need some more support. It's not cheating. It's just a different option. Establishing this crescent lunge, chest lifts. Soften your shoulders so you're not creating more stress in the neck. Breathing into this basic pose. Moving into lance dog, your left hand behind your head. Right arm wraps behind the back. Forearm presses down to create traction. Chest lifts up, then you can start to lean back. So creating space in the spine before you come into a back bend. Breathe into this front body. Inhale, torso comes back up. Re-extend your arms. Exhale, spinal twist, mirroring what you took on the former side, either that prayer twist or your basic twist with left hand down, right arm up. Use that long fluid breath to deepen your pose. You can always add in Uddiyana Bandha at the end to get more of a core engagement. Exhale, release, hands to the earth. Come all the way back to plank pose. Chaturanga all the way down to your belly. Shoulder shrugs. So from your belly, arms are going to come out like goalposts. Take a deep breath in to the back of the heart. On your exhale, lift up away from the earth. Deep breath in, spread to the back of the heart. On exhale, hug shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, hold down. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, hold down. Inhale into the back of the heart. Last one, exhale, shoulders, shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, hold down. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, release to the earth. Turn your head to the right. And just take a few deep breaths into the low back. Checking once again in with that spot you selected. Hands next to your chest. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg floats to the sky. Exhale, bend that left knee, open up through the hip. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, this time step left foot through warrior two. Rising up with your inhale. Facing the window side of the room. Nice catch. Shoulder shrugs. Release the arms down in front of you. Take that huge breath into the back of the heart. Hold the breath in, bring shoulders up as high as you can. Pull them straight back, keep squeezing. Drag the shoulder blades down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine, hold down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine, hold down. Release the arms, roll out the shoulders. And now float the arms back up. This time, archer warrior two. So left arm is going to reach up, bend that elbow. Right hand can come to the elbow to start. If you'd like to go deeper, right arm can right behind the back, clasping hands or grabbing clothing. And then adding on a little bit more here, reverse that warrior, start to lean towards the right leg, so you're opening this left side body here as well. Breathe into this left side body stretch, still drawing that left knee forward. For the last few breaths, if you'd like the full expression of the pose, you can unwind the arms, reach the left arm towards the back. Beautiful. Left arm comes forward, rise back up through warrior two into an extended warrior heart opener. So left forearm to left thigh, right arm is going to go straight up towards the ceiling. Yes, draw that right shoulder blade onto the back, lift through the heart. If you'd like to go deeper, left hand can come to the ground or a block. Still keeping that right arm extending towards the ceiling. Exhale, windmill your hands to the earth. Step back to plank pose. Your choice, directly to down dog or flow, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Good. Exhale to downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, float right leg up and back. Exhale, bend that right knee, open up the hip. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Without momentum, step right foot through, warrior two. Exhale, release the arms, shoulder shrugs. A deep breath into the back of your heart. Hold that breath, your shoulders up as high as you can. Pull them straight back, keep squeezing. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades down. Inhale to the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine, hold down. Inhale to the upper back. Exhale, bend the elbows, shoulder blades, bottom tips of the elbows, everything towards spine, draw down. Release the arms, roll out the shoulders. Inhale, float your arms back up, archer, warrior two. Right arm reaches up, bend that elbow. Bring your hand to the elbow and start to coax it further down the spine. Staying here or wrapping that left arm behind the back. And then adding on that reverse warrior, start to lean towards the back of the room. Opening even more to this right side body. For the last few breaths, if you'd like to take that full expression, unwind the arms, reach the right arm towards the back of the room. Inhale, come back upright, all the way into an extended warrior heart opener. Right forearm to the right thigh, left hand opens to the sky, lift and open through the chest. Long, deep breaths into the heart center. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Step back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down to your belly. So you can take any of the belly back bends we've taken thus far, or moving into full bows. Full bow is where you'll bend both knees, grab hold of the ankles, and kick your feet into your hands, lifting in to that full expression of a belly back bend. If that's too much, just take any belly back bend that you've taken thus far. Inhale, lift up. Yep. Lift through the heart here. Kick the feet into your hands. Beautiful. Soften where you can here. We'll take 3 more full breaths. Exhale, release, turn your head to the left, release onto the earth. Just feeling the support of the ground. Hands next to your chest, forehead to the mat. Curling toes under, press your way up and back, downward and facing down. Take a deep breath in and down dog. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, spinal extension, that halfway lift. Exhale to fold it in. Inhale, come all the way up, arms reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart, center. Unfortunately, I had so many other ideas planned. We're running low on time. So, take your mat, shift it to a wall. I had so many great ideas today. Oh well, I need like a 2-hour class. So, short width against the baseboard. All right, coming into one final back bend of choice, we have 2 options. So option 1 is a pretty simple back bend. You're just going to use the wall for support here. If you're working with the simple version, you're just going to do a standing camel at the wall, similar to how we did it in the middle of class. You can use your block for this, so don't do it yet. You can watch me first. Hips are going to press against the wall, knees bend, lifting the chest up so you really feel that lift. The wall can help guide that. And then pressing your hands into your hips, just start to lean back. Pressing the hips into the wall, so you're really using the wall for additional support, coming deeper into this back bend. So that's option 1, simple back bend at the wall. Option 2, scorpion. Get to play around a little bit more. So we've done a lot to warm up the shoulders. If scorpion on the forearms is possible for you, I recommend that today. If not, you can take the handstand version with your hands against the ground. So I'll quickly demo both. Most of you have done them with me before, but it's been years. So, forearms on the ground. You want to be a few inches away from the wall with the palms of your hands. Once again, elbows established underneath the shoulders. Coming into your dolphin. Gaze at the ground here. So this is one of the only times I'll say use your neck. On your exhale, kick up. Maybe kick up further than that. And then you're going to start walking the feet down the wall. Chest relaxes towards the earth. You'll take your back up. Now to come out of the pose, lengthen legs back up, then flip it over. Same thing can be done on the hands. It's just less pressure on the shoulders. Exhale to kick up. Walk the feet down. Chest relaxes towards the ground. Make sure you not slingshot over. So your choice, 10 breaths in scorpion or camel at the wall. You can also do camel on your knees if you feel more stable with that. Hips against the wall, lean back that way. I will walk around and make sure y'all got it. Beautiful. David, you're gonna have to be a little further away from the wall. I know you all want to be super close to the wall. You will not be able to bend your knees that close. You too, Lisa. I know. Feel safer. There you go, nice, David. Awesome. Or you can just work with forearm balance, that's fine too. All right, about anywhere between 5 to 10 more breaths. If you've had enough of your back bend, you can take a seat on your heels, or child's pose, just unwinding here. Yeah, beautiful. A few more breaths. These are fun things you can play with at home. So making your way into that kneeling position, that neutral spine or a child pose. Letting the breath slow, the heartbeat lower. And over the next few breaths, you're going to make your way all the way onto the back. You're welcome to keep your mat as it is against the wall, or you can scoot it away from the wall if that feels more comfortable to you. From here, slowly draw the knees into the chest. Yeah. If you have a sensitive low back, take your time. You may want to bring your feet to the ground first with knees bent, and then ease your knees towards the chest. Once your knees are in towards the chest, rock it a little side to side, massaging the spine. And then shifting into your happy baby pose, grabbing hold of the big toes or the outer edges of your feet. A little rocking action side to side. We're going to release the back fully by taking these 3 rounds of Uddiyana Bandha and Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet are going to come up together over the chest. So it's like you're in happy baby, but instead of your feet spreading wide, feet are going to come towards one another. Wrap your hands around the feet. Take a huge breath in. Exhale all the air out. Draw the navel in and up so you're hollowing out the belly, and then reach the sit bones towards the ground. So you're lengthening out the spine, using your core and your muscles to straighten out the spine. Take a deep breath in. Do that twice more at your own pace. All the air out. Hold the breath out, draw belly in and up, reach sit bones towards the earth, holding that as long as you comfortably can. And once more. Once you've completed that 3rd round, release. Move into any final pose or movement of choice. That could be a final spinal twist. Since you're next to a wall, that could be legs up a wall, that version of Viparita Karani, which is very cathartic to the low back. Also good to reverse that blood flow. Maybe you want another bridge pose or a hip stretch. Just taking a few breaths to complete your practice. And if you feel complete, you're welcome to move directly into Shavasana. After all, this is your time on your mat. And as you do feel ready, making your way into Shavasana. Allow your body to be heavy and held by the earth. Surrendering, letting go these last few minutes of class. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Take a deep breath into your spot. And exhale to just release. As you're ready, make your way over to one side. Your symbolic reawakening. And with eyes still closed, press your way up to a seat. Inhale, arms float up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment to thank yourself, your body, your practice. The goodness in me bows to the goodness in you. Namaste.